Normally you've got lots more of them actually.
Yeah.
But I gave one away last night to this guy who I don't normally give them away because they're all like memories from different places we go to, because we're in a different place every day, so it's kind of like, I don't know, like that's from Denmark, for example, this little like cool hippie commune place. That's from someone in Manchester, which reminds me my arm's still there if I ever forget. That's from Bolivia, not that we've been there, but this girl who's been travelling there and we met in Australia, she gave that to, so anyway, yeah, but you know what I mean, it's like sort of, it's like photographs except bracelets, but only you can see them. Yeah, it's quite cool. But anyway, gave this one to this guy last night who came from Nebraska to see us with his whole family, and
that's pretty
like
far.
literally they came for like a week, kind of incorporated it, but the dad was there, total legendary parents, like taking the 15-year-old son like to come and see us, and it was kind of, he said, you know, he said the same thing. He was like, oh, what are all the bracelets for? And I was like, you're so having one of these. Stick that on your wall, or just. He's like, oh, great. What's your crack? Probably.
Yeah.
Are you on crack?
Are you on crack? What is your crack? And what's going on?
Do you know what what's your crack? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's CRAC. It's like a Gaelic. It's an Irish phrase that's like, oh, what's the crack? Like, what's going on? You know, how are you? Kind of thing. Oh, what's the crack? Or oh, we had a good crack last night. We had a good. How would you describe that? That was a good crack, good laugh. But then, what's your crack? Like, what is your beef? I can't explain it. Do you think you come back or something?
Yeah, maybe. I'd love to be a
laugh. He can be a laugh. One laugh in like 300 years, someone's going to kind of snigger at some silly little joke that someone made that they didn't really find funny and go, and that's Todd.
Yeah.
That laugh that came out.
Yeah.
But then what would you do? Float around as a laugh?
But then it'd be something else, wouldn't
he? Maybe a spoke on a wheel.
Yeah. Boethius.
Yeah. I'd like to be someone from the olden, like years and years ago. Like, can you time travel as well backwards? I'll go for King Henry VIII, just for a day, just to see what it's like to be a king, and live back then, and a horrible, just a shocking guy.
I'd be the Pope for a day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Would you?
Yeah. Why not?
It's so boring that.
How do you know?
I think the handshakes are like, this guy last night literally just without even, it was like, oh, nice to meet you, like this is, you know, they'd never met this guy before. Oh, did you? And he was like, tried to do that like straight away, and I totally wasn't ready for it. I was like, ooh, what are you doing with my hand, fella?
Yeah. We just go, oh, nice to meet you.
Oh, how you doing? Or maybe a bit of a hug and then a bit of a sort of kiss on the cheeks. Depends if we've just been to like France or not. I used to watch a lot of Walt Disney films, like Beauty and the Beast and that, and I always wanted to be the Beast that then turns into the Prince.
But I used to watch Christina Aguilera's Dirty video all the time, and I wanted to be one of the dancers next to her.
You're pretty good actually at the
I'm good at that actually, the grind, but apart from that, really, I guess we all had various idols when we were growing up.
Like I got into the drums through Dave Grohl and Nirvana. I just liked the way that he just nailed the living hell out of the drums, and didn't worry too much about the details and just went for it. Or maybe he did worry about the details, but yeah.
But there's no like figurehead that we want to become. Yeah. So I think that's just, I don't know, that's the right way to go about it. Did you?
Or Val Kilmer.
You look like Val Kilmer.
So I tried, yeah.
Like kind of an older 80-year-old
does look like Val Kilmer a bit, doesn't it?
But like an 80-year-old version of him. It's funny if you read like, Enemy or something now, the amount of band, like I haven't heard of any of them.
No, but it's always like that, isn't it? Enemy is just ludicrous. Like they are just a little hype machine most of the time. They pick up like, they want to find a band that no one else knows about, write about it for a week and then maybe two. But
when we were in that situation, we knew all the other bands that were in the same.
Yeah. I guess there was so many bands the whole time coming through. It's hard to keep track of them all, especially when you're touring around all the time and concentrating on your own thing to sort of stay up to date with everything. Whereas back then we probably were like more, what's going on? We had more time on our hands, but don't know. Yeah, we don't really. People ask us, "Oh, who are you friends with in other bands and stuff?" And we're sort of the Twang. Have you heard of them? Birmingham band, like they're legends, and
Pigeon
Detectives. Like we sort of know them a bit, but it's not like we ever really. If we had time off, we haven't got anyone really that we'd go and meet up with, have we?
Have you ever seen Gladiators over here?
Oh, you don't have that? I know, of course you probably don't.
I bet you must have some kind.
Did you see? I know it's just come back. There was this
where
series
people battle each other on.
It's like a yeah.
It's
pretty silly, like, but it's quite exciting in a way.
It's normal people fighting bodybuilders.
Yeah, basically normal people just getting battered by bodybuilders, and everyone just cheers, and it's a bit like wrestling, you know, a bit like WWF, but like tamer and not fake, and yeah. It's pretty silly. I used to like it when I was a kid, Saturday night entertainment, but now it's Sunday night and it's a new series. My auntie is a teacher. She got me through my French GCSEs and A-levels actually, but she ended up, like, I was so bad and getting so many detentions and essays every week that, like, I never had a lunchtime on the playground because I was constantly, like, you know, you had to stand on this wall by the dining room for talking or for, like, running in the car, you know, stupid things, but not following the rules. Basically, I've had a problem with authority, and
You still have?
yeah, a little bit, but not that bad. And my auntie gave me a trophy for. She said, if you can do 1 week without any detentions or essays, I'll get you a prize. And I did it.
What was the prize?
A trophy that said, "Well done, Daniel." I was like, oh. What am I going to do with that?
Both my parents are teachers, so I was kind of well behaved in school, and yeah, they're still talking about my class being the best class coming out of the school.
Todd's class is legendary. Have you not heard about it? Is it
It's
not
like
made
everyone talks about it.
Oh God,
Yeah.
we knew about it when Todd said he was from the class of 2000 in Elverum. Me and Murph have heard of it before. It's like goes around in schools.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's so massive.
It was kind of like, in
And
the
it gets
sentence, why
bigger
can't
as
you
well.
guys be more like, you know, Elverum High School?
It
Yeah.
was in high school.
Or Elverum
Primary
School. Primary school? Were you good in primary school? as well?
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrendous. I got moved to the front of the class in most of my classes because, well, my eardrum burst when I was younger, so my mum made up that, like, she thought that I kind of had hard hearing in one ear, which wasn't true in the slightest. I just had selective hearing and used to chat to people in class too much, so I got moved to the front. And you know when you have like a friend that you get on really well with, but you kind of get up to mischief together. I had a friend, and we got threatened for the first 3 years to get separated in different classes. But then
hyperactive.
a little bit hyperactive, yeah.
I was kind of the instigator. Like I was always kind of with the. I never really fitted in. I always was kind of like with the cool guys or with the kind of the not cool guys, and I just used to instigate things, and I was always like the spark behind the next, you know, scheme. But I'd never get caught, so I'd just worm my way out of it. The wombats collectively, thoroughly, and without a shadow of a doubt, believe in karma.
What goes around comes around.
Boethius's wheel. Rise upon my spokes, if you will, but don't complain when you are plundered back down into the earth.
Right.